Linton on News in North Yorkshire. Should that be turned into a home for asylum seekers? People there say no.
Well, the thing that needs to be pointed out is that the number of arrivals, the number of crossings is significantly down. And that's the first thing, isn't it? To get a grip on the system and bring the numbers down. And that is happening. Then it's also about increasing the removals of people who've no right to be here. And they are significantly up. We do have to look at a fair approach to this across the country, but do it in the right way. And that's what we'll do.
As a government, we have a very clear principle. If you break UK law, you will be removed from the country, and we have seen that in relation to immigration, where removals are significantly up. I'm currently working to ensure that foreign national offenders who can be removed from the prison system are removed from that system. So it follows that if we're taking this approach, people are made it's made explicitly clear what the UK law is and what the societal norms of the UK are, and that's why this approach is being taken.
Do you know the worst thing is, as well? Apart from some people losing their livelihoods and that, the worst thing is the fucking in charge do what they want. And you know what? I can, you know, I mean, really fucking rubbing salt in the wound. And as I say, I don't get political, but they're all shit.
We started as adults, started the campaign. We've written a letter to Andy Burnham, our chair has, Tim McNally, and we've heard absolutely nothing. So now, in a very age-appropriate way, we have explained to the children that we are a very small village and we love it how we are. And if we want to explain to Andy Burnham how much we love it, he might think, actually, I need to consider these people and come and actually speak to them. So that's what we've done. No pressure, age appropriate.
Some of those letters are really quite moving. I mean, yes. Ned and Rex, what is it for you? What is it that you love about this village?
That I can walk down to my sister's grave like every day.
And how important is that for you?
Really. I like going down to a park, a football park.
As you can see, there's the boundaries there. We've got 7 or 8 elderly people walking their dogs. This is where our kids play. Not just our kids, plenty of other children. This is our space. You know, this is our space where we can enjoy life, where we can enjoy playing football, where we can enjoy walking our dogs with freedom. And you know, as I've said before, 1,000 men from any different background would make a huge difference to our life. And this would be their local park. There's nothing in there. There's an abandoned asbestos shed. This would be a lovely local park for over 1,000 men. We'd be so outnumbered. It would change our life completely.
Hi, Prime Minister. Have you got any plans of the immigration at all, or any ideas how we're going to stop the boats? Yes, we have Andy Burnham in Ilkeston today. Doesn't want to reply regarding stop the boats.
Are you alright?
I'm doing alright.
I'm very sorry, Monday.
Yep.
Yeah. Are you talking to him about the boat?
Yeah, I was wondering what sort of...
If you've listened to or watched GB News, he's just done like a really long conversation with Chris Hope about it. And he's pushed him really hard on what he's going to do on the boat. So that should be out everywhere on the TV.
Well, since he took over, I mean, we've had like nearly about 2,000 to 3,000 come over. Yesterday there was 220 mega boats, you know. Yeah. Ryanair, they're bringing in more than the boats are coming in more.
We went to Dover last week and he's just done an interview with Chris about it, and that's everywhere, and he did really push him on boats, so
smashing.
Take a look at that as well.
I mean, there's a lot of other stuff, some problems that we've got going on, but you know, the country, it's a major thing at the minute, isn't it?
Yeah,
you know,
yeah, totally, and we appreciate that.
Yeah, well, it's nice to see him in Ilkeston anyway.
Yeah, it's been lovely, and it's such a nice town.
Yeah, thank you. It's a shame we didn't get.
Just to get our boys.
It's just when we
I can imagine. Yeah, it's great.
You know, it's security and stuff. It's not
no. I completely the fact you even acknowledge us. But honestly, we work with Adam. It's just a.
We have a little sit man. Can I get an handshake, Mr. Burnham? Can we get a handshake, Mr. Prime Minister?
When are we going to stop taking went to Eton as a qualification to run the country? I mean, fucking hell. Oh, so that's why I'm doing this as well, because I've noticed all around, you know, there's a lot of annoyance and frustration, totally justified as well. Misinformation, anger, anxiety and depression, you know. God knows how it affects, like, teenagers.
You said at the beginning the Home Office had finally admitted that rapists and paedophiles are coming across the channel. That's not actually what they've said. It's the spin that you've put on it.
Well, it's not right. It's telling them not to rape kids and cut women's genitals.
Yeah, and actually there's been a huge programme that is telling British people exactly the same thing. But
hold on, we don't need to be told, Barry. We're brought up in a culture.
I wish that were true.
Hold on, there are scumbags in all cultures, and we have our own. We do not need to import tens of thousands more.
Let me just say, look, 80% of the people in prison for sexual offences are British citizens, okay? And of the ones who've committed sexual offences, the 20% are foreign nationals, right? Now, I accept, and I'm sure you'll find the figures, it's true that 165 out of every 1,000 foreign nationals, as a percentage, commit those crimes, whereas British citizens, it's 48 out of 1,000. So proportionately, it's higher.
3.5 times, to be exact.
Well, not quite, but yes, absolutely. Okay?
Yeah.
But nonetheless, 80% of the sexual offences and the people in prison for them are British men, not foreign nationals. And now let's remember that...
the British passport.
Now let's remember that the asylum seekers are a tiny percentage of foreign nationals, okay? So I'm just trying to say that. In the UK, ignorance of the law is not a defence, okay? The law applies to everyone. And I checked this afternoon, there are no cases where an asylum seeker has been excused because of supposed cultural...
2014, there was one.
Well, that's not what I found.
In 2014, an asylum seeker was let off because they didn't know the law, or they pleaded that they did not know the law.
I think that case was one where they made that plea, but I don't know that they were actually let off. Just last week on the programme, when you were away, Jamie was talking about cultural differences. So doesn't it make sense to actually ensure that people who are coming here, who do have cultural differences and who do treat women much less well in their own country, are under no illusions that that's not the way to behave here?
I'll tell you what, I'm sitting here raging because this is what I hear on social media and this is what I hear from the left. Shouldn't we tell them not to do that? No, Barry, we shouldn't let them in. If you need to be told not to rape a woman, or you have no right to be in this country. I've been on this channel 5 years. The first show I was on, I ranted off about us importing. And you know what? I've said it probably every day on social media. Every day I'm putting up a crime from an asylum seeker where they're taking our young girls or our women. Me and Patrick have been in 2 courtrooms, local women to me, young girls, that have been by these asylum seekers. These are all crimes that were preventable. These men have no right to be in this country. And you go on about stats. I'll tell you a stat. The British Transport Police, someone put in a Freedom of Information request for those. So our whole transport network, 36.6% of arrests for crimes on the network were foreign men. Okay? Nationally, it's 1 in 4. We have a problem with foreign men and different cultures in this country. And look, fathers like me, I've got 2 daughters, grandfathers, mothers, uncles. We say enough is enough. We will not put up with this much longer. Let me tell you, Barry, we will hit the streets in numbers if you do not stop letting these men in.
Adam, you see, I'm... I agree with you, and I believe the government agrees with you as well.
As I say, I can't complain. I'm definitely in a privileged position, but I do notice. I have noticed that it's getting a lot of people down. So and this helps me. Like when you can't do stuff, you think, well, I've got to do something. We're built like that. We've got to do something. It's so this helped me doing this. Just talking bollocks. Yeah.